analyze the potential markets for your startup. A. Is there a viable market for the startup you want to establish? B. How old are your potential customers? C. What do they do for a living? D. Is your startup attractive to a particular ethnic or economic population? E. Will only wealthy people be able to afford it? F. Does your ideal customer live in a certain type of neighborhood or area?
2. Establish the size of your potential market. A. How many people will make use of your startup in any given community? B. How many people of a specific age in a country will make use of your startup? C. How often will they make use of your startup in a month or a year? D. How many other businesses are already having a share of the market? E. How big are your potential competitors?
3. Identify your startup's initial needs. A. What will you require to get started? B. Whether you want to buy an existing company or start your own? You need to make a list of the materials you'll need. Some may be tangible, examples such as 100 file folders and a large cabinet in which to store them all. Other requirements may be intangible, examples such as time to create a product design or to do market research on potential customers.
4. Prepare startup prototypes. A. What exactly will your startup look like? B. What materials will you need? C. Do you require money for research and development to improve on your startup? D. Do you need to hire people to build accurate startup designs? E. Will you need to investigate federal safety standards for your startup?
5. Research possible locations for your startup. A. Call a real estate broker. B. Look at actual retail spaces in the neighborhood. C. Make a chart of the most expensive and least expensive sites by location and square footage. D. Estimate how much space you require. E. Estimate how much money you'll need to allow for rent.
6. Determine your startup cost. A. Make a list of all the tangible and intangible resources you need to get your business going. B. The total estimated price of all of these items will become your startup cost. C. Whether you're buying highly sophisticated computers or simply installing a new telephone line. If there's any item in your estimates that seems unreasonably high, research other alternatives. D. But keep in mind that it's better to include every element you truly need along with a reasonable estimate of the cost of each item, so you don't run out of money or default on your loans. Be honest and conservative in your estimates, but also be optimistic. E. Don't aim for the best of everything at the beginning. You can forego the expensive trimmings of an office of a more well-established company and stick to the basics at the beginning. Get what is affordable, works and is actually needed, and don't buy frills.
7. Put yourself in the shoes of potential investors. A. Ask yourself, if I were going to invest X amount of rupees into a startup, what would I want to know? B. Gather as much helpful and credible information as you can. C. Depending on your startup, you may need to search long and hard for relevant information. D. Don't lose heart if you discover some, or even all, of your ideas have been adequately covered by the market. E. Don't ignore this reality. Instead, work with it. F. Can you still do a better job or provide a better widget than your competitors? G. In many cases, it's likely that you can, provided you know the market well and how to add value in ways your competitors are not doing. H. In other cases, it may be a case of focusing more narrowly or more broadly than your competitors are doing.
8. Identify potential investors. A. Banks and other funding sources lend to people with interesting startup ideas. B. They follow specific guidelines, such as the Risk Management Association database, which are designed to ensure that they will make money by investing in or lending to your startup. C. Lenders will typically look to the startup's capital, capacity, collateral, conditions, and character when underwriting a loan. D. You will need to have covered all these bases well before seeking funding.